Social media gave me the confidence to gain friends.
From social media, I get tips on how to live a healthier lifestyle.
So like we all can teach each other or just learn from each other.
I go to social media just to get a break and be able to laugh.
Engage, enlighten, encourage, and especially just be yourself. Social media is a community effort. Everyone is an asset. I want to show how social media can make a positive impact on young people in today's world. Recently, I had the opportunity to discuss social media with popular YouTuber Jack Cole.
Generated over $30,000 in 2021. There were 3 key factors that contributed to that success.
I started the interview by asking Jack about negativity faced online and the effect on mental health.
Think of the quality of person that's going to leave a negative comment. I myself, as a productive member of society who's, done very good for his age, I've never left a single negative comment in my entire life, right? Have you left a single,
No.
Right? Have you left a negative comment? So who's leaving these negative comments? Think about the quality of mind that's leaving that negative comment. Now, I've left positive comments, right? I would love to encourage someone. So empathy. Whereas, who's the person leaving the negative comment? We can already conclude there's no one in the room that's done that. So think of the quality of person that's doing that. They are in such a horrible place to be leaving a negative comment on you. And I get it. I get it at scale. I have 400,000 subscribers. I've received far more than 400,000 comments on my channel, right?
Indeed.
A million comments, something like that, right? I've been roasted to the ends of the earth, right? But it didn't affect me. It really didn't affect me because I know that this person is in a bad situation, right? So I'd say positivity is overwhelmingly more than the negativity. And if you are someone who's affected by those negative comments, take into account what I've just said. You wouldn't leave that negative comment. Your mother wouldn't leave that negative comment. Your family wouldn't leave that negative comment. Productive members of society who are positive individuals, people you'd want to spend some time with, they wouldn't leave those negative comments. So you shouldn't worry about the person that does. Making you unhappy. If something's making you truly unhappy, it might not be the thing for you. So in my experience, YouTube made me happy. And by the way, right, I was a YouTuber when I was in school, like below the years you're in, like 15, 14. When people find out you got a YouTube channel and you're in school, they're roasting you. They're putting your videos on in class. I had teachers who I was always a attention-seeking kid, right? Naturally, I got a lot of energy. I was always that kid who, the teacher might not like the most. They put my YouTube videos on the projector in class for the sole reason of embarrassing me. But I still made another YouTube video, right? I still kept going. And now not to put it in perspective, financially, mentally, I'm in a better position than that very teacher who might have been trying to single out that kid, which, by the way, what type of teacher would even do that type of thing? So I think if it's something that makes you genuinely unhappy, you shouldn't be doing it, right? I'm sure there's something that would make you happy that wouldn't make me happy because you're your own person. We're different people, so embrace who you truly are. If you see someone doing that and you try it and it doesn't give you fulfillment, it doesn't give you happiness, it's completely okay to say, okay, cool, that might be for them, but it might not be for me. And it's about finding what suits you best as an individual. You're doomed in life if you try to be someone else. You really are. And that's a thing kids try and do a lot. They emulate other people that they want to be like. But the true power, and that's something you realize when you grow up, is like, be you. And it'll work out the best when you're you. If social media doesn't give you a feeling of positivity and you can't deflect the bad things that people will say, because they're going to say bad things. 100%. David Attenborough, the sweetest guy ever, narrating the BBC nature documentary. Someone hates that guy somewhere.
Oh,
is
definitely.
it a reflection on David Attenborough, or is it a reflection on the person who hates them, right? So I think, don't let it bother you, and just find what works for you. And guess what? There's something else that you're going to excel at that is the best option for you. And by trying to do YouTube, it might not make you happy, or trying to do social media that might not make you happy, you're spending time doing something that's taking you away from the thing that will make you happy. I believe that it's made me more confident because it's reinforced those ideas, right? If you're not greeted with negativity, right, the comments, right, and you'll get them, right, you won't build a strategy that makes you feel better, right? So, for example, the way that I was able to just tell you right there's no positive person who's going to leave that type of comment. That would have had to have started from a position of, they said something bad about me, I don't like that. And then you start thinking, well, hold on, I don't do that to people. And no one I know does that to people, so they might not be mentally well, and they might not be in a good position. You have to go through the bad feeling, but then you build a system mentally that understands that. You see? And now I actually feel empathy for that person. I have empathy mentally because do you know what you have to be going through in your life to get to the point that you leave a comment like that? Your life has to be, there's got to be pressure from somewhere, right? Maybe you're the one getting bullied, right? And you want to have an outlet for that. Maybe it gets deeper. Maybe there's a home situation, right?
Indeed.
So you have to have empathy, and you have to think that whatever you're going through, it's tough for you because that's led you to put that comment there, right? So a lot of people might, two wrongs don't make a right. You know, the reality of the situation is it ain't gonna make it better. So trying to relate
Block
to that
it out.
trying to see that person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is more. There's a thing that people go around where they're like, oh, they said that, they're a hater. You know, they want to be me. Nah, I actually don't agree with that either. I agree with that they're someone who's going through something tough in their life to the point that they need an outlet for that negativity and empathy. And it seems pretty obvious to me because there's no reason why someone who is living a happy life that has good people around them, whatever the case may be, whatever the factors are, there's no reason that would lead them to then leave a comment like that. You know. And also the jealousy thing. I'm sure, there's no one size fits all. I'm sure someone who's left a comment on a video was jealous. But then again, it goes back to my point where they're in a position where, they are, not fulfilled in their own life. So they want to bring someone down to their level. People want a feeling of importance in life. You understand? If they're not getting that in real life, they will go and pursue that in
the wrong way.
The wrong way. Exactly. To have a feeling of
Thank you for
importance.
taking part in this interview.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciated. The good thing about social media is that everyone has a voice. The bad thing, everyone has a voice. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, now named Meta, in February 2004. At that time, it was only available to Harvard University students in the US. On the 1st of October 2005, Facebook expanded to 21 universities in the UK and others around the world. By the end of 2005, Facebook had 5.5 million users, with this number doubling year on year until 2009. Today, Facebook has over 2.9 billion users worldwide, with UK users totaling 42.27 million in January 2022. In 2005 saw the launch of a new social media platform now known as YouTube. In the first year, YouTube attracted around 30,000 visitors. By 2022, YouTube has become the second most visited website in the world, with 2 billion active users and 112 million daily visitors worldwide. Following the success of these platforms saw the launch of Instagram. Originally launched for iOS in October 2010, Instagram rapidly gained popularity with 1 million registered users in 2 months, 10 million in a year, and 1 billion worldwide by June 2018. Today, with 67 million users, approximately 46% of the UK have and use Instagram, with 42% of the UK population being reachable with advertising. The most recent platform to join the social media arena is TikTok. TikTok was born in the US in 2018, then bought by China's Zhang Yiming. Making more money than any other app, TikTok has 33 times more users than its competitors, and by June 2020, TikTok rose to the #1 spot on the App Store globally. TikTok gained over 2 billion downloads worldwide by April 2020. Amid the pandemic, the UK became a nation of TikTokers, amassing over 13 million users by 2021. Today, TikTok has 1 billion monthly users worldwide. With these huge user statistics, possibly comes exposure to groups or people unknown to the user. There is a very real chance that a user will attract undesirable or unpleasant attention and comments. There have been a number of high-profile cyberbullying cases that have helped shape the rulebooks and helped bring evidence to bring about legislation that social media giants must adhere to. High school student Felix Alexander took his own life at age 17. He threw himself in front of a train after 7 years of online bullying.
On April the 27th, 2016, our beautiful 17-year-old son took his own life. He decided to do this because he couldn't see a way to be happy. It began with unkindness and social isolation over the years, and with the advent of social media, it became cruel and overwhelming. You may see that I've repeated one word in this letter, and I make no apology for it. The word is kindness.
In the same year, Daniel Fitzpatrick ended his life after years of relentless bullying 2 weeks before his 14th birthday. Both these cases highlight that bullying transcends the entire teenage to young person demographic, but also tells us that bullying deeply affects mental health to a point where they see no other solution to end the mental anguish. What we know from statistics is that suicide is the leading cause of death in young males and females. Therefore, this extreme measure is seen as a genuine option when under extreme mental distress. This is the absolute inhuman and extremely cruel side of being present and available online. But fortunately, because of work done and awareness raised by those such as Felix's mother, online safety is attracting heavy regulations and legislation from governments worldwide.
Please don't let it happen to another family.
The impact of online abuse or negativity on self-esteem, confidence, and mental health can be huge. But when social media works, there are gains that can change lives and livelihoods. Morgs is a 20-year-old British YouTuber who currently has 11 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. Morgs started making content at the age of 14. He started off by making random and funny videos of him in his room playing FIFA. At the age of 15, Morgs decided to drop out of school in an attempt to make YouTube his full-time career. Morgs failed to get any GCSEs. Instead, Morgs decided to exploit his wicked personality, creativity, and drive to be a joker, and made YouTube his main source of income. Fast forward 5 years, and Morgs is a well-known phenomenon and financially independent at age 18. His main motivation is still to spread humour, bants, and fun through his YouTube content to all of his fans.
We made 2 teams, and whichever team breaks the most laws wins a grand. This policeman was an actor. Let's see how the real police react.
KSI is a 28-year-old British YouTuber who has over 20 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. He started his YouTube channel creating content by playing FIFA. KSI was born to wealthy parents who sent him to a prestigious private school where he passed all his GCSEs but failed his A-levels. His parents' reaction to him choosing an online career crushed him, so he resat his A-levels but the college campus kicked him out. When KSI spoke to his teacher about how much money he was making online, it turns out that he was earning more money than the teacher. KSI's story is a huge inspiration to many young people, especially those who find themselves not academically motivated. I myself have also been inspired by him, as I have followed his journey from when he was just another football YouTuber to receiving amazing opportunities to work with brands and perform at some of London's most iconic stadiums.
We're recreating the opening scene from Austin Powers, and it's going to be groovy, babe.
Moving away from the lure of cash, social media has the ability to create a social awareness on a scale that would otherwise take time and financial resources. This has been evident recently in how support for the people of Ukraine has been amplified by the power of social media. Through my research I conducted, over 73% of young people said they stayed informed about this crisis via social media rather than conventional news services. The truth is social media can be beneficial for society as a whole. It can help individuals connect, it can empower businesses to build audiences, it can encourage students to learn and grow, and it can amplify the volume on issues that affect us all on an international scale. The positive effects of social media are plentiful, and according to a Harvard University study, regular social media use is positively correlated with social well-being and good mental health.
This was Vyazivka, built in 1862. This was the Svetohirsk Cave Monastery, 1526. Bombed.
Over the past 2.5 years, the world has faced an enormous challenge with the restriction on daily life caused by the coronavirus pandemic, reports of the sustained and murderous occupation of Palestine, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. According to the charity Young Minds, by July 2021, 1 in 6 children aged 16 were identified as having a mental health disorder. They also reported that 83% of young people with mental health needs agreed that the pandemic made their mental health worse. It's no wonder that over half of the young people I interviewed spent up to 5 hours on social media each day for motivation, inspiration, and to stay connected with friends. The focus on creating positive mental health is high on the agenda. This week, we saw that NHS released statistics that reveal nearly 430,000 young people are waiting for treatment for mental health related concerns. What I have aimed to show is how social media platforms are opening up great opportunities, providing avenues for career progression and creating a path for inclusivity and diversity. It is essential to take the conversation around social media in a positive direction, where this people power can aid in the battle for young people's positive mental health. The direction for young people has changed. They must get into the social arena and be confident doing so. What has been evident during my research is that social media usage is part of their life just as much as time spent with family or face-to-face socialising. It is therefore a very real communication tool that must be managed in the right way. The social part of these platforms is virtual, therefore the benefit is just that. It can provide very tangible benefits in an intangible way, and that is why it works for those who struggle with social situations, those who lack confidence, and young people whose academic path is challenged. What we need to remember is all social settings, whether that be in the real world or behind the screen, come with some degree of uncertainty, risk, and most certainly the opinions of those that we connect with or even not. Because whether consciously or indirectly, the relationships we build have a two-way benefit. In order to make this work, social media should perhaps be seen as a friendship.
The resounding message is that there is a genuine need to be kind, mindful, and keep a healthy perspective on the role of social media in our lives. Our objectives should be clear: inspire, educate, show empathy, and become better communicators. Exploit social media to your advantage while practicing selflessness and mindfulness. I'm going to leave you with something Jack Cole said during his interview that has really captured the essence of social media etiquette.
The true power, and that's something you realize when you grow up, is like be you, and it'll work out best when you're you.